You ever open your banking app on a random Tuesday afternoon and just stare at the number? You've been working hard. You're not irresponsible. You're not out here buying yachts. But somehow your account balance still feels underwhelming. You tell yourself, once I make a little more, I'll get serious. You say, I'll start investing when things calm down. You think, maybe $250,000 is just something rich people build. And deep down you're wondering, how are other people actually doing this? If that sounds familiar, that's literally most people. I spend way too much time thinking about the 6-step order to build $250,000 faster than you think. If you're someone who is stuck or stagnant about personal finance, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because here's the thing, $250,000 is not a fantasy number. It's not billionaire territory. It's not even financial freedom yet. But it is the point where your life starts changing in ways most people don't expect. And today I'm going to break down the exact 6-step order that makes it happen faster than you think. Step 1. Stop optimizing the wrong thing. Look, we need to challenge something early. Most people think building wealth is about cutting lattes and clipping coupons. Yes, spending matters. But here's what most people don't realize. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American household spends over $77,000 per year. Housing alone is around 30 to 35% of that. Transportation is another 15%. Food is 13%. Your wealth isn't destroyed by coffee. It's determined by your big structural decisions. If you're making $55,000 a year and saving 5%, that's $2,750 per year. Even if you invest that at 8% annually, which is roughly the long-term average return of the S&P 500, after 10 years you'd have around $40,000 to $45,000. Not bad, but not $250,000. Now imagine instead you focus on income first. You increase your income from $55,000 to $75,000 over 3 years. That's a $20,000 jump. If you save just half of that increase, $10,000 per year, and invest it at 8%, in 10 years, that alone could grow to over $150,000. See the difference? This isn't about being cheap. It's about being strategic. Step 1 is shifting from how do I spend less to how do I earn more in a focused, scalable way? Step 2, build a 6-month stability runway. Now, you might be thinking, shouldn't I invest immediately? Not yet. Here's why. Behavioral finance research from Princeton University shows that financial stress reduces cognitive performance, essentially lowering your effective IQ under pressure. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, your brain is in survival mode, and survival mode makes bad investment decisions. So before investing aggressively, you build a 6-month emergency fund. If your monthly expenses are $3,000, that's $18,000 in cash. Not exciting, not glamorous, but psychologically, it changes everything. You stop panicking. You stop checking your bank account every day. You stop making desperate career decisions. This is where it gets really interesting. Most people think the emergency fund is about money. It's actually about confidence. And confidence increases risk tolerance, which increases long-term return potential. Step 3, eliminate high-interest debt like it's an emergency. Credit card interest averages around 20% or more. Let's do simple math. If you carry $10,000 at 20% interest, you're effectively losing $2,000 per year. Show me an investment that guarantees 20%. You can't. Paying off high-interest debt is the highest return investment most people will ever make. But here's the psychological part. Debt keeps you mentally anchored to the past. Every payment is paying for something you already consumed. When that weight is gone, your income becomes forward-focused. Momentum shifts. And momentum is everything when building toward $250,000. Step 4, automate aggressive investing. Now we invest, not emotionally, not occasionally, automatically. The S&P 500 has returned roughly 9 to 10% annually over the long term, according to historical market data. going back nearly a century. If you invest $1,500 per month at 8% annual return, in 5 years, around $110,000. In 8 years, around $180,000. In 10 years, around $275,000. Read that again. $1,500 per month isn't impossible. That's $18,000 per year. For someone earning $80,000 to $100,000, that's achievable with focus. And here's what most people don't realize. It's not the 8% that builds wealth. It's the consistency. Automation removes willpower from the equation because willpower is unreliable. Systems are not. Step 5. Create a second engine. Here's the leap most people miss. You can save your way to stability, but you invest your way to wealth. And you accelerate your way to $250,000 with a second income engine. This doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means building optional leverage, freelancing, consulting, digital products, equity in a small business, rental property with positive cash flow. Even an extra $1,000 per month invested over 8 years at 8% could add roughly $120,000 plus to your portfolio. That's nearly half of $250,000 from a single side engine. This is where it gets really interesting. Once you hit around $200,000 invested at 8%, your money is generating roughly $16,000 per year on its own. That's over $1,300 per month. At that point, your investments are covering real expenses. Psychologically, that's the moment you stop feeling trapped. Why $250,000 changes everything. Let's zoom out. At $250,000 invested at 8%, that's roughly $20,000 per year in growth. That's a year of rent in many cities, a career break fund, a safety net during layoffs, a down payment reserve. But more importantly, it changes how you see money. You stop seeing it as something you earn. You start seeing it as something you deploy. That mental shift is massive. The real order recap. Increase income strategically. Build 6-month emergency fund. Eliminate high-interest debt. Automate aggressive investing. Upgrade identity and lifestyle design. Build a second income engine. Notice the order. Most people jump to step 4, and they fail because they skip the psychological foundation. Look, I'll be honest. I get slightly frustrated watching people chase hacks while ignoring fundamentals. There's no secret stock, no magic crypto, no hidden app. There's structure, there's math, and there's psychology. If you follow this order with discipline, $250,000 is not a lifetime goal. For many people, it's an 8 to 12-year goal. And here's what most people don't realize. The first $250,000 is the hardest because you're building habits, identity, discipline, and systems from scratch. After that, compounding starts doing heavy lifting. So here's your challenge. Tonight, calculate your 6-month emergency number. Write down your target monthly investment amount. Identify one skill that can increase your income in the next 12 months. One step. That's it. Because momentum beats motivation every single time. If this helped you rethink money in a deeper way, hit subscribe. I break down wealth psychology and practical systems like this every week. And remember, $250,000 isn't about impressing anyone. It's about buying back control over your life. Start building it.